Hello everyone. Today's topic is tail method and seek method. These two methods are very useful for file handling. Tail method returns the current position of the cursor in the file, and using seek method we can point the file pointer to the position where we wish to point. Sometimes we get confused about the functionality of seek method and tail method. I have seen in the examination question is asked about the functionality of seek method and students are writing about the functionality of tail method instead of seek method due to the confusion. So you must remember that tail method is telling the position of the file pointer, and using seek method you are pointing the file pointer to the position where you want to point the file pointer. Now I am going to show you the functionality of tail method using a simple program. So first of all I am going to open a file india1.txt. I have not mentioned any file opening mode. That means the file opening mode will be read mode. Now I am going to print the current position of the file pointer using file.tail method. Tail method will return the current position of the file pointer. This is the text file we are opening, and I have told you earlier that whenever we are opening a file in read mode, the file pointer will point to the starting position of the file. That means it will point to the 0th character of the file. So after opening the file, I am printing the value returned by tail method. That means it will return 0, and after that I am going to read 7 bytes from the text file, and I am storing these bytes to the variable lines. Now I am going to print this variable, and after that again I am going to display the position of the file pointer using file.tail. You know that initially the file pointer is pointing to this position, that is 0th character, and here we are printing the position of the file pointer using tail method. That means it will return 0, and then using this statement we are reading 7 bytes from the position where the file pointer is pointing. So this is the first byte, then second byte, third byte, fourth byte, fifth byte, this is 6th, and this is 7th byte. So file.read7 will read these 7 characters from the text file, and it will store these 7 characters to the variable lines. Then we are printing the value of the variable lines, so it will display India space I. After reading these 7 characters from the text file, the file pointer will point to this character, and here we are displaying the current position of the file pointer using file.tail, and file pointer is pointing to this character. So it will return 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, as S is the 7th character, so it will return 7. Or in other ways you can calculate it like this. Initially it is pointing to the 0th character, then we are reading 7 bytes, so 0 plus 7, that is 7, so it will pointing to the 7th character. So file.tail will return 7. Now I am closing the file, and let's check the output. You can see initially it is returning 0 as file pointer is pointing to the 0th character, and from this character it is fetching 7 bytes and displaying India space I, and after reading the 7 bytes file pointer will point to the 7th character. So I think it is clear you understood the functionality of tell method. Now I am going to explain the functionality of seek method. Using seek method, we can change the cursor position by bytes as specified. Seek method has two formats. Number one, absolute movement. Absolute movement means if you want to move the file pointer to the 10th byte, you have to write the name of the object, then dot, then seek within parenthesis 10. You have to give the absolute value where you want to point the file pointer. So fl.seek within parenthesis n will point the file pointer to nth character in the file. Here fl is the file object. Number two, relative movement, and the syntax is file object dot seek n comma r. Here r is the position with respect to that position the file pointer will point to the nth character. R has three possible values. If r is 0, that means start of the file. So in this case, the file pointer will move n bytes from the start of the file. That means file pointer will point to the nth byte. If the value of r is 1, that means the file pointer will move to nth character from the current position of the file pointer. And here offset may be negative or offset may be positive. And one more thing, it will work only for binary files. So in this case, if the value of n is -5 and current position of the file pointer is 20, that means the file pointer will move backward 5 bytes from the current position. That means the current position of the file pointer is 20 and we have to add -5 with 20. So file pointer will move to the 15th position. And if we are using positive value for n, then the file pointer will move to the forward position. For example, if the value of n is 5 and file pointer is pointing to 20th position, then the file pointer will point 20 plus 5, that is 25th position. And finally, if r is 2, that means end of string. In this case, offset is usually negative and it works for binary files only. So if the last byte of the file means 50th byte and the value of n is -5, that means the file pointer will point to 45th byte, because as the last byte of the file is 50th byte, we have to add -5 with 50. So -5 plus 50 equal to 45. So finally the file pointer will point to 45th byte. I am going to explain seek method using a program. We are going to open india1.txt again. Then I am writing file.seek 10. That means it will point to the 10th character of the file. So this is the 0th character, 1th, 2th, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th. So H is the 10th character. Now after that, if I display the current position of the file pointer using tell method, it will display 10. As using seek 10, we are pointing the file pointer to the 10th position. Now I am going to read 7 bytes from that position. So I have told you that after file.seek 10, the file pointer will point to this position, and from that position 7 bytes will be fetched using file.read7 method. So this is 1th byte, 2th, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th. So it will fetch this string HE space fast. Now I am going to display the variable lines, and after that again I am going to display the position of the file pointer using file.tell. I told you that file.read will fetch these characters. After fetching this, the file pointer will point to this position. So this is the 10th position, this is 11th, 12th, 13th, 14th, 15th, 16th, and this is 17th position. So file.tell will return 17, and you can calculate it by just adding 7 with the current position, that is 10. So 10 plus 7, after fetching 7 bytes, it will point to the 17th character, and this is the 17th character. Initially, using seek method, we are pointing the file pointer to the 10th byte, and from that position we are reading 7 bytes. So 10 plus 7 equal to 17. After reading 7 bytes from that position, the file pointer will point to 17th byte. So finally I am closing the file. Now check the output. You can see that using seek10 we are pointing the file pointer to the 10th byte. So file.tell is returning 10. From that position we are reading 7 bytes, and the output is HE fast. And I have told you that after reading 7 bytes from this position, the file pointer will point to 17th position. This is the example of absolute movement, and now I shall discuss about relative movement. For relative movement, I need to open the file in binary mode. So I am using RB. After that, using seek10, we are pointing the file pointer to the 10th byte, and after that I am going to display the position of the file pointer using tell method. So in this case, tell method will return 10, and from that position again I am going to read 7 bytes using file.read7, and you know that the file is opened in binary mode, so we need to decode the data, otherwise it will be not readable by us. Then after reading, again I am going to print the current position of the file pointer using file.tell. So according to the previous theory, after reading 7 bytes, the file pointer will point to the 17th byte. Next, I am writing file.seek 2,1, and then I am going to display the current position of the file pointer. Here 2 is offset and 1 means current position of the file pointer. So file pointer is pointing to 17th byte, and 2 means we have to add 2 with 17. So now file pointer will point to 19th position. Again I am going to read. So from 19th position we are reading 7 bytes, and using decode method we are displaying that, and after that again we are displaying the position of the file pointer. That means after reading 7 bytes, the file pointer will point to the 26th byte, because 19 plus 7 equal to 26. Then I am going to use file.seek -5, 2. 2 means end of the file, and here we are using -5. That means the file pointer will move 5 bytes backward from the end of the file. And here again I am printing the current position of the file pointer, and again reading 7 bytes from that position. and after that I am displaying the current position of the file pointer. Then I am closing the file. Let's check the output. So this is the output, this is the program, and this is the text file. You can see that using absolute movement we are pointing the file pointer to the 10th byte. So file.tel will return 10, and after that from 10th byte we are reading 7 characters. Let's check. This is 0th character, 1th character, 2th character, 3rd character, 4th, 5th, 6th, this is 6th character, 7th, 8th, 9th, and this is 10th. So now file pointer is pointing to this position, and from this position we are reading 7 characters or 7 bytes. So this is 1th byte, 2th byte, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th. So after decoding it will print HE space first. So it is printing HE space first, and the current position of the file pointer will be 10 plus 7, that is 17. That's why here file.tel will return 17. And here what is happening, we have to add 2 with the current position of the file pointer, and file pointer is pointing to the 17th byte. We have to add 2 with 17. So the file pointer will point to the 19th position, that is 19th position, and from that position we are reading 7 characters. So this is the 17th character, this is 18th character, and this is 19th character. So from that position we are reading 7 bytes again. So this is 1th byte, 2th byte, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th. So it will display T space GROWI, and after that file pointer will point to this position. So after reading 7 bytes we are displaying the current position of the file pointer. So the current position of the file pointer will 19 plus 7, that is 26. That's why it is displaying 26 here. And here we are pointing the file pointer with respect to the end of the file, and the file pointer will move 5 bytes backward from the end of the file. In india.txt here I have given a new line. So after that the cursor will go here. So from that position we have to move backward 5 bytes. So this is 1th byte, this new line is 2th byte, this is 3rd, this is 4th, this is 5th. So from that position 7 bytes will be fetched. So this is 1th byte, this is 2th byte, this is 3rd, the new line is 4th, and this is 5th. And after that there is no byte, so it is printing 2 0 dot then new line, and for the new line the cursor is going to the next line, and you can see the position of the file pointer. The end position is 118, and from that position we will move backward. So you can see in the program we have written -5. So 118 minus 5 equal to 113. So this position is 113, this is 114, this is 115, 116, this is 117. Now I think it is clear to you. I think you understood tell and seek method. Thank you for watching this video.